This is a CNIB Lake Joe at Home program. CNIB Lake Joe at Home logo, image description, an illustration of a marshmallow roasting in a campfire with a roof in the background.
So I want to welcome you all again to our monthly CNIB Lake Joe 60th anniversary celebration. We're so thrilled that you have joined us. Again, my name is Sherri Helsdingen. I'm the manager of community engagement at CNIB Lake Joe, and I'm going to start by introducing a couple special staff who have been part of this month's planning team. So we have Ali Fuge, who you're used to seeing. She's smiling and waving. She has a new title this time as part of our summer team. She's the head of leadership and special programs. So thank you, Ali. We also have Taylor Gatto joining us. You might remember Taylor from years past. She's going to be on site at Lake Joe as our program coordinator, and she's been super helpful in planning today's event. And Taylor Cruz, who is a virtual program facilitator, and she's behind the scenes assisting with all of the Zoom details. So I wanted to give a little shout out to folks I'm partnered with this afternoon. We also have a number of brand new seasonal staff who are joining us a little later in our program, and they're going to help us all take a little, dip our toes into summer at CNIB Lake Joe. So they're going to help, with some activities and demos and tips to make the most of the summer sun and, fun in the water. So whether you're going to be coming to holiday weeks in August, or if you're going to continue to join us on site, we're all going to get into the camp mindset in our session today. So Ali, I'm going to let you get the ball rolling. Perfect.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's Ali. I'm very excited to be here with everyone today as we continue to celebrate the 60th anniversary of CNIB Lake Joe. So some fun facts and history of CNIB Lake Joe. The official camp opening celebration of Lake Joe was on July 21st of 1961, which is almost exactly 60 years ago to the day. And campers came on site for the very first time on August 17th in 1961. So as we celebrate CNIB Lake Joe this month, we want to give a special nod to the 90s. So some fun facts about the 90s. Google was founded in the late 90s in 1998, and we were introduced to some great music, including the Macarena, which for me always brings back a lot of fun memories to our dance parties after talent shows and Legion nights. The 90s were a particularly special time for me personally, because that was actually the first time that I went to Lake Joe. In the mid-90s, my older cousin, her name was Maria, she worked at Lake Joe actually, and I remember as a kid driving up to camp, and it felt like such a long drive at the time, and walking around, and I just always loved hearing her stories. And in 1997, she actually met her husband, Derek, who also worked at Lake Joe. So Lake Joe's always been a special place to my family, and I feel really lucky that I get to now be a part of the Lake Joe family myself. So today I am excited to introduce a couple other people who are going to share their Lake Joe stories with us. First, I'm going to introduce Jess. She's been coming to Lake Joe for many years, is a Lake Joe alumni, and a very dedicated Lake Joe volunteer.
Hello, everybody. Wow, I didn't know I was going to be first. Cool. Surprise. Anyway, I'm Jess Bailey. You might know me as Drummer Jess if you've been at Lake Joe before in the last few years. I do African drumming. So I have a very specific questions to answer for you all. So why I started at Lake Joe. So when I was very little in the 90s, I came to Lake Joe with a rent-a-camp. So what I mean by a rent-a-camp is sometimes we have other groups, such as like Huntington's or Toronto Rehab or special kids camps, stuff like that, that go to Lake Joe for a week or 2 or 5 days or whichever. And they actually rent the location for their specific camp. So I came up for that in typically August. I think it was a few times in July. And I loved camp so much. So many wonderful memories. I actually wrote Sherri a paper on all my memories because I knew I couldn't get them all out. And I think it, with pictures, became a 10 to 12 page paper, about 4 pages of writing. So yeah, so many awesome memories. And so I started to age out of Lake Joe, of my camp, because it was a kids camp. So I started to volunteer. And I believe that was 2003. And I believe Lauren was the volunteer coordinator at the time. And I never stopped, minus, a few years for things. But I've never stopped. I've been doing virtual this whole time, which is awesome. And it's such a special place. And that's really why I never stopped. Keeps me involved. So the reason why I kept coming back, even though it's just a special place, not just that. It's fun, so many awesome campers and the staff, and so many interesting and awesome and different activities. Like, I've learned so many things at Lake Joe, such as sailing from Jim, or water skiing from Ryan Chin, or one point we were wakeboarding, and I forget who I learned that from, but it was a staff member. So yeah, it was really amazing and interesting, and I'm always learning at Lake Joe. I love the reconnection with some of you guys. I haven't talked to you and gals for many years, and there are a few of you from this special series, like Lauren, and there's my Facebook friends have definitely gone up in the last few months, which is really cool. I'm really appreciative of that. And as I said, I'm always learning things. And if not for camp, I wouldn't be a lion. I am a lion, like a service lion, today because of Lake Joe, because Ryan introduced me to a gentleman named Chris Duncan, who runs a Lions Club here where I live in Kitchener. And now I'm part of that club, and I am the membership chair, and I actually just became a district chair as of July 1st. So that's pretty awesome. And I wouldn't know ASL, or American Sign Language, and I wouldn't be taking a class right now in it to even learn more. And I wouldn't have as many awesome friends as I would without camp. And I could go into many memories. However, I don't think we have enough time for that. So I'll just leave it as super awesome memories.
Thank you, Jess. That's great. We love all the super memories and how you keep coming back to Lake Joe. Thank you so much. It's so wonderful having you, and has been great having you also joining our virtual programs. Up next, I would like to welcome Leslie, who's a Lake Joe guest who's going to be sharing a story with us today. So Leslie, if you can unmute yourself, we can hear you. Oh, yeah, I think I can hear you.
Hello.
There we go. Go ahead, Leslie.
Okay. I am Leslie. I coming to the show in 1995, and the one time I went there, I had a first time. I had a cold the first time, the first week in July. I went with the TTC crew from Hamilton, and the one other time I went to Lake Joe before that, I went for a week, and I came back, and then I've been going since 1995 on to 2019, And I met Peter in Hamilton, and we've been going to the Lake Joe together ever since. We've been going to camp for a week for a bit, and then we've been going for 2 weeks. And I like swimming. I like boat rides on the pontoon, fishing on my boat, which I like doing, on the old pontoon boat that we did have first. And we had also like doing the floating lunch on the boat on the old boat as well, and also like sailing a gym, focus of course, and I also like walking to the boat dock, to the fishing dock, I should say. And now I can't do it now. It's too much a hill from my roller, and I like paddle. I like going on a paddle boat. I would like to learn how to kayak, and I could do it in 2022. I'm hoping to do it. And we've been going since, and I've been going with my boyfriend, and we've been roommates every year. And I'm kind of missing his roommate every year. I'm kind of hoping next year we'll be roommates together every day for 2 weeks. And I always like going camping, whether inside or outside. And now I like using the walk-in shower because getting in and out of the bathtub is a chore and a half. And now I use the walk-in shower at the camp. I like the handicap washroom using the step-up shower. Right. And because I try to use the step-up shower, and I don't like using that one. I like the lower ones at the corner. I just walk right in. Perfect. And I can just do my showering. And I like the food there. I like horse and boat rides. Of course, I like doing outings, like the boat cruise at the Perry Sound. And also I like the Legion has like Coors Light, like two Coors Light. And I like also like dancing as well. Talent show, I like that. I like seeing that sucking up the shine with the little Bill when he was around. Now he can't sing that song with us anymore. So now kind of hoping we'll get to see the video of that of us two singing one of these times. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Leslie. Thanks for sharing all the stories and all of those fun camp activities and offsite trips and the things we do and the places we go. It's so nice to hear that. Thank you. So thank you to both Jess and Leslie for sharing your Lake Joe stories and memories today. And now I'm going to pass it back to Sherri, who's going to introduce our special program that we have prepared for today.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Allie. And thank you, Jess and Leslie and Allie for sharing your stories from the 90s. You know, as I'm sitting here in my living room, we were talking earlier about how the weather isn't so great, but it is mid-July. We're definitely in the middle of summer, and we are getting ready for camp. We are preparing right now. All of the staff are on site getting things ready for our new holiday weeks that are starting the week of August 2nd. And we know that not everybody's, interested or able to participate. Lots are. The first week is already filled up with a waiting list. But for those of you who want to continue with the virtual programs, we, again, are always in the camp mindset. So our program today is actually on site at Lake Joe with our brand new seasonal staff who are going to take you through some really fun activities. So we have, first off, I believe Emily Shevers and Dylan Irani are going to demonstrate some fun adaptive sports. Next, Maya Burgess and Amelia Rankin are going to combine some crafts and music, and then we're going to have some fun with another group talking about having fun in the summer and keeping safe. So I see that we have our outdoor sports crew with us, and Dylan's waving his hand. So they are going to introduce themselves, share some fun facts, and let you see what's happening right now on site at Lake Joe. Take it away.
Hi guys, my name's Dylan. I'm a program facilitator for Sports and Adventure. Today I'm going to be shooting some archery while blindfolded.
Hello, Lake Joe. It's Emily, and I am currently the head of Sport and Adventure.
And my name's Megan, and I'm the guest services assistant, and I will be helping Dylan with his blindfold.
So today we are out standing at the archery setup just behind the dining hall. Apologize for the road traffic. That's just Lake Joe, as you know. And currently behind me, we have some balloons set up on a target. And today, Dylan and I will be shooting our arrows to try to hit these balloons. We're going to do 3 rounds of 3 arrows, and the goal is to see how many we can hit and who can hit more. So place your bets now on who's gonna hit more. All right, Dylan's gonna go first.
Blindfold on.
Blindfold is on.
Arrow.
Megan's gonna direct a little bit. So not a satisfying balloon pop.
I wanted to hear it.
Yeah.
And that's 1 point for Emily.
Dylan can't find his arrows.
My turn. Yeah, you're on the right,
Perfect.
so you want to tilt again to the wall. Hit it first.
Oh, I didn't hit one that time. That's some good teamwork happening over there with that.
I'm trying.
You're doing great.
I hear me hitting the board, so I know that's a good.
It is a good sign. Hold it to you. Right, round 1, 1 to nothing. But Megan, do you have any techniques, anything you think that would work better? Or we seem to get hit in the middle.
Yeah,
that's
you're
not
all
where the
aiming
balloons are. All right, I'll go first while Dylan gets set up.
Put my blindfold back on.
I'll take a minute. I don't know. Do I aim for the ones on the top, the left, the right? Decision. Oh, wow. That one was close. Close, but not it. There I go. I feel like it's very instinctive to want to hit the middle, which is the balloon that's already been popped. That one. Oh, get mine.
I'm getting closer.
Oh, is that a pop?
Oh,
All right, 2 points. 2 for Emily.
don't worry, Dylan, you've got it.
I'm
Getting some
trying.
encouragement. Alrighty. One more. Oh, no.
So is it important to hold your arm up really high when you're shooting? Is
I
that what you
honestly
call
think
it?
you're supposed to hold it level. I just feel like that's the natural position
Okay.
where your arm wants to go, is kind of upwards. Hit my arrow. Alright, at the end of round 2, so let's see if Dylan can bring it in. Alright, Dylan, you gotta get 2 out of 3.
I gotta get 2 out of 3.
Just to tie. Woo! Alright. You go first.
Okay.
Just because I want to take the last shot.
So Emily, approximately how far are you from the board with the balloons?
I'm horrible with measurements, but I'm gonna say about somewhere between like 5 meters or like 10 feet or so.
Okay.
So close. Not too far, but just far enough.
Okay.
Oh. Miss again.
And how many arrows do you have?
That was all right, you got one of them. We got 3 arrows each, and like I said, we're doing the 3 rounds. We don't want the board to get too crowded with too many arrows.
Got it.
Like, last arrow. Who gets this? We're tied. All right.
Oh, so close.
So, fortunately for Dylan, I've already won, but let's just. No. All right. Good game,
Air
Dylan.
high five.
Good job. Best part, clean up. Thank you all for joining us out at the
Thank
archery
you.
course, and have fun making some crafts.
It's great. Thank you so much, Emily, Dylan, and Megan. So now we have Maya Burgess and Amelia Rankine, who are going to combine actually crafts and some music, I think, in the rec hall. So Maya and Amelia, you're up.
Welcome to the rec hall. Today we're going to be making some shakers.
So we might need you to,
Music specialist. And
we're going to need you to speak louder.
my name is Maya. I am a music specialist and lifeguard here at Lake Joe. And I'm really excited to be here and to start a fun activity with you all.
And I'm Amelia, and I'm the arts and crafts specialist here at Lake Joe this summer. And I'm just really excited to be doing lots of activities.
And so just one moment, please. Sorry, it's Sherri. And I'm just going to tell folks that you're wearing your masks right now because you're sitting side by side at a table, which is super smart and super safe. It is a little bit difficult to hear you. So if you can like shout as hard as you can for the next few minutes, that'd be perfect. Thank you.
Will do. So what are we making today?
So today we're going to be making DIY shakers. And I'm going to be playing a little music with them.
So
those are some of the examples of some of the ones we've already made. And we have a couple of master versions as well, using jars and Tupperware as well.
yeah, we're going to be making our shakers out of household objects that we hope you'll be able to find around the house. and decorating them with craft supplies as well. So for this craft, we're going to be using either a paper towel roll or a toilet paper roll and filling it with either rice, beans, or another object that you can put inside. So you're going to need all of the following if you choose to make a shaker. A paper towel roll or a toilet paper roll. Something to put inside like rice or beans or corn or lentils or beads as well. And then to secure it, we just are using tape. And to decorate it, we have a lot of different options as well.
Yeah, some of the items that you can decorate them with are some natural items like leaves or birch bark or sticks. But you can also use craft items such as feathers and pom-poms and really anything you can find to decorate it.
Yeah, so to do this, the first step is to get all of your materials handy and on whatever table that you're working on. We've done that here. So on our table, we have all the materials we listed. Oops. Oh. Sorry about that. We can't do it now. Yeah, so on our table, we have lots of different craft supplies that we're going to be using. And in our hands, we have toilet paper rolls that we're going to be making our shakers. So the first step is to grab your paper towel roll or toilet roll in your hands. And we're going to be pinching one side of it with our hand until it is flat. So we're going to be pinching it closed, and then we're going to be securing it with some, so we've got our tape in our hands, and we're going to be closing up one side of our toilet paper roll. And we're gonna be very careful as we do this. If we need a buddy to help us out, we're gonna ask for them. And we're going to completely close one end of it so that it's flat and no longer round like it normally is. And so one end should be flattened while the other one should remain open and round. Yeah. And so we'll be carefully pouring whatever makes your noise. And we pour until it's about halfway filled with whatever you put inside to make as your noise maker. And try not to spill, but I did a little bit, so that's okay if you do too. Are you going to?
Yep, I used beads inside of mine, and I'm going to use some rice for hers.
Yeah. And so once you've poured in whatever you use to make your noise, this next step is to seal up the other end. So we're going to do the same thing as we did before, pinching the toilet paper roll, but we're going to do it on the opposite way. So we're going to pinch it perpendicularly from the other way, just pinching in the opposite direction. It makes a sort of triangular shape if you on one side of the shaker. Yeah. And we're also going to secure it with tape. And we're going to be careful not to tip it over and spill out all of our rice or beads. And we're just using masking tape to secure it, but Scotch tape would work perfectly well as well. And we want to make sure it's completely sealed so that nothing spills out if you tip it upside down. Yeah, and that is the base of your shaker. So should we test it out?
Yes. So now we're just going to try it out a little bit and make sure it works. So, Serena, would you like to also grab your shaker so you can join us?
Absolutely.
In shaking?
This is Serena. She's joining us to help us with our music component.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to start off by just doing a nice simple beat, and you guys are going to follow along. And now, to make it a bit more fun, we can do different speeds of how we're shaking. So we can and for even more fun, we can move it around a lot, and yeah, so you can throw it up and down, you can pass it between your hands, you can shake it from the right to the left, all over, and it's working.
Thanks for showing us the music. Thank you, Serena, for helping us out with this part. The next thing that you can do after you've tested out your shaker to make sure that it actually makes some noise and that nothing spills out, it's time to decorate your shaker. And we have lots of examples that Serena is going to hold up to the camera of different shakers that we've made so far. We've decorated it with felt, pom-poms, yarn, tissue paper, all lots of materials that we found around Lake Joe, including birch bark, flowers, leaves, and even some branches and pebbles. And we also used feathers and beads and string and glitter to really personalize the shaker and make them really fun and textured on the outside as well. So we're going to do a little bit of decorating in our remaining time, and we encourage you to be really, really creative at home and make it a really fun sensory object to make use of. So I'm going to use some tissue paper. Do we have that handy? Yeah, we do.
I'm going to use some string and I'm going to wrap it around.
Yeah, I'm using pink tissue paper on mine, and I'm going to wrap it all around my shaker because I want to make it very colorful. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to use some yarn to secure it in place. So I like the texture of the yarn.
Yeah. And then we also have other kinds of shakers that you can make. For example, this is one I did earlier with a jar. All I did was fill up a mason jar with some beads. And then when it's glass, you can have objects inside that you can see. That's why I use the beads, because they're nice and colorful. And then I just decorated the lid a bit, and it also makes a really nice sound.
Yeah. Another adaptation of this project would be grabbing a Tupperware, filling it with any sort of material, and then using that as a shaker. And that is an easy, no mess option for this craft.
Yeah, there are just tons of options that you can do and have a lot of fun with this. So.
Okay, why are you wearing masks?
Oh, the question was, why are you wearing masks? And I can answer that. So because these two ladies are sitting side by side inside the rec hall, to be extra safe, to follow the public health guidelines, they are wearing face masks. When we're outdoors, it can be different, but side by side indoors, they're not 6 feet apart. So we're being super safe. Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah, so I have just finished mine off. I've wrapped it in yarn, so it's super colorful and textured, and then I can use my shaker to make music. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us with our craft. We hope you can make this at home. We're going to be posting, one of us is going to be posting the instructions in the Facebook group for you to follow along with at home.
All right, thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I'm not a crafty person, but I think I could probably do that. And I saw Randy up and dancing with the shakers, maracas. So, you know, one way or another, that was fabulous fun. Thank you. Our next trio this time is Emma Van Dyke, Alyssa Kneebone, and Matthew Taylor, who are going to do some interesting things to show us how to have as much fun as possible, as safely as possible this summer, whether you're at Lake Joe or at home.
Hi, I'm Matthew. I'm right on the lawn in front of the waterfront. I'm super excited to be working at CNIB Lake Joe this summer as a lifeguard. I just wanted to share a few tips about the waterfront. Before you go in the water, always make sure that there's a lifeguard on duty. If you're on the boat dock or on any boat, make sure you're wearing a life jacket or a PFD. Make sure you only swim where you're comfortable, and remember to take your swim test before you come.
Hi, my name is Al. I'm a wellness assistant, and I'm very excited to encourage healthy habits here at Lake Joe. Matt, where are you off to?
I'm going down to the waterfront.
But you're missing a few things.
What am I missing?
Here, I'll hand you a hat and sunglasses to protect you from the sun.
Uh-huh.
Did you wear sunscreen?
No, not yet today.
Here you go.
Thank you.
And don't forget your life jacket.
Thank you.
Have fun.
Okay.
I would also like to touch on a few things about COVID. I would like you all to remember to wear your mask whenever you're interacting with anyone or if you're inside, and to make sure you're checking in with yourself, making sure you're not exhibiting any symptoms, making sure you're keeping yourself and others safe. And remember to have fun and stay safe. Hey guys, it's Emma. This is my second year at Lake Joe. This year I'm returning on the wellness team, and I'm just here to encourage everyone to take heat breaks this summer. Make sure you don't have any heat exhaustion, maybe do some activities in the shade. As well, it's really important you're eating well, maybe having a healthy breakfast, and also making sure you're sleeping well at night, getting your rest. Make sure you have the energy for the day. And also, with COVID restrictions lifted a little bit, I know it's really fun to socialize, but make sure you're also taking time for yourself, doing some self-care activities. And lastly, and most importantly, staying hydrated, drinking water. And on that topic, me and Al are going to be demonstrating a healthy drink option for the summer. So we're just coming up to a picnic table on our left here. And so what you'll need is a glass of ice, a juice of your choice, sparkling water, and a slice of fruit. So here we have orange, peach, and mango juice, and a slice of orange juice. So first we'll start with a cup of ice, and we'll just pour some sparkling water, about a quarter of the cup. Here we go. And then we'll do the rest in our fruit juice, any of your choice. And then to finish it off, we'll add our orange slice. And there we go. You have a nice drink to keep you hydrated during the summer. We hope you have a great summer, and back to you, Sherri.
I love that. That's like punch in a cup. In fact, as I'm getting thirsty, it looked beautiful, nutritious, delicious, good for you. Thank you so much. In fact, I just want in that water so badly right now. So thank you for giving us all those tips, because you can't have fun without being safe. That is the number one priority. So I think at this point, I'm going to flip over to Allie, who's going to take us through a few things, and then you're going to send it back to me.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sherri. So thank you to the whole Lake Joe team. That was wonderful. And now we're going to just share some of the exciting things that have been happening at CNIB Lake Joe, both in person and with our virtual programming. So I'm going to start with our in-person team and things that are happening at Lake Joe on site. So earlier this month, we welcomed the in-person staff team to Lake Joe. They've been busy working hard, getting the site ready for when we're welcoming guests back in August for our holiday weeks. This past week, the staff have set up the canoes, the kayaks, and the sailboats. The buoy lines went into the lake, and the swim lines to rope off the swimming area, as well as the paddle boats and kayak area. Our staff have been planning our arts and crafts activities and music activities for this summer. And they've been learning about new camp programs, such as being trained on the climbing wall and some other exciting programs. But that's just to name a few of the things that the team has been busy working, getting ready at camp this week. This year, we're looking forward to welcoming guests back during holiday weeks in August, as Sherri had mentioned a little bit earlier this afternoon. So this new offering invites guests to visit CNIB Lake Joe with family members from your household. So the holiday weeks are going to be focusing on independent, self-directed activities. So guests are encouraged to choose their own adventure and build your own experience. So if you're interested in joining holiday weeks at Lake Joe this summer, some of the activities that can be enjoyed while we're at camp are things such as relaxing by the beach or reading a book in the Muskoka chair, playing board games or art activities. We also have our fishing dock to go fishing, paddle boating, pontoon cruises, sailing, swimming, tubing, water skiing, lots of water sports that we can be doing this summer safely. And a lot of our land sports, some of which are new for a lot of us and all of us actually this summer, like basketball, tennis, volleyball, shuffleboard, mini golf, archery, and tandem biking. So we are very excited that the Lake Joe team, in-person team, is getting the site ready, and we're excited to welcome guests back in August for our holiday weeks. So that is what we've been busy with on site at Lake Joe. And now I'm going to pass it to Sherri, who's going to share a little bit more about what is happening with our virtual programs.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Allie. Yes, so no matter what, I think it's really important for folks to know we're super, super, super excited about this brand new holiday week model that we're piloting this year. We were also really excited about our virtual programs, and those programs are not going away. So no matter what, you can have the best of both worlds now, on site and enjoying programs at home. We have hired a full virtual program team this year, specifically to build up that summer curriculum program over the summer. And already we've had a number of new programs that I think a bunch of you've already been sort of experiencing. So there's bingo, French with friends, there's tea time in addition to coffee break, as well as a kids campfire. There's new programs. Our Camp in a Box for Kids is coming back. That was so popular last year, we couldn't not do it again. And we have a brand new program, a Camp in a Box program for youth, leaders in training, which is a 2-week program. So if you are interested, even if you're coming to camp during a holiday weeks, still want to participate in these virtual programs, we encourage you to go to cnib.ca/Lake Joe, where we have all of the programs listed with the dates and the times and the links. All of these programs are at no cost, and you can be in your pajamas, and they're lots of fun. I love seeing you guys on those calls. In addition to our virtual and our in-person programs, August is going to be an incredible month for our special events. And I think many of you have heard about our event of the summer, the CNIB Muskoka Dock to Dock Poker Run this year that we're organizing on Saturday, August 14th. It will actually be at the same day and time as our Saturday series, so we'll be able to celebrate it together. But for many of our neighbors and cottagers on the lakes, they will be in their boats, going from dock to dock, marina to marina, getting playing cards so that the person at the end of the route who has the best poker hand is the winner. And while they're doing this, there's entertainment and celebrities, and they will each in those boats be fundraising to support CNIB Lake Joe. The CNIB Lake Joe staff has a team. So if you would like to join our team, if you want to donate to our team, we're trying to raise $6,000. We're already over 600, which is a 10th of the way there. There's a month to go, but we would love to have you join in this sort of, fun way on our anniversary to propel ourselves into the next 60 years. The web address is cnib.ca/dock2dock. So that's DOCKTODOCK. And you can search for the CNIB Lake Joe staff team. If you have any challenges with the website or want someone to walk you through that process, I'm happy to do that. So you just reach out to us and we can help you join that team. Next in the fun department, we have our 50-50 draw, which I think I mentioned on our last call. The draw is on August 16th, so there's still time between now and that event. If you're interested or know someone who is, feeling lucky, to purchase CNIB 50-50 raffle tickets. So there you can buy 3 for $5, you can get 10 tickets for $10. And if you really want to go big, for $20, you get 102 tickets. So I'm not sure why it's 102 and not 100, but hey, more chances to win. And again, all of the money that we raise through that 50-50, well, half of it goes to the winner. Last time it was $15,000. And the other half comes to CNIB Lake Joe for all the programs and services that we're offering here. So the win-win. The last thing that I want to mention is the AMI documentary about CNIB Lake Joe. So we actually have an air date and time. So I believe it's Friday, August the 6th at 8 p.m. on AMI TV. AMI is going to be airing this documentary for the first time ever. We are, though, after that, you know, it's their documentary, so they get to reveal it first. We will have a special link, and we're going to host a viewing party. We want everyone on this call to join us, everyone who's in the documentary to join us. We want everyone in our community, because you've all been so helpful, and it's just something we're really, really proud about. So that's all of my sort of non-program updates for now, but you know, stay tuned. There's always something more new and exciting coming. Allie.
Okay, thank you, Sherri. We are getting near the end of our program for this afternoon. And we want to thank everyone for joining us today, helping us celebrate the 60th anniversary of CNIB Lake Joe. As usual, for everyone who has participated in today's event, your name has been entered into a random draw generator to win a CNIB Lake Joe at Home t-shirt. So we are going to select the winner for our draw now. So I am going to pick a random name, and on my screen, it's going in a circle with all of the names I have entered, and the winner is Sean. Congratulations, Sean. We will be in touch with you about getting your CNIB Lake Joe at Home t-shirt. So thank you everyone again for joining us today. We do look forward to having you join us in our 2 remaining Saturday series celebrations as we continue to celebrate the 60th anniversary. So what we'll do now is we will wrap up the program and stop the recording. And if anyone would like to stay on for a few minutes for a little mix and mingle, we would be happy to have a chat with everyone and spend some time hanging out together this afternoon. So thank you everyone for joining us.
To learn more about CNIB Lake Joe at Home programs, visit cniblakejoe.ca.